Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so let me just tell you something. Can I just tell you something? All right. We just let another chipmunk go across the street. I am getting ready for a big date tonight. It's not a date, but I am grabbing a beer with a woman who's not my wife. Now, it's not anybody who is she's a friend of me and Alice. I will just say that. And the only reason, well, I mean, I can't really go out and whatever. Anyway, she's a good person. She's fun. She's been friends with us for a long time. And she wants to go tie one on. And I am available. Kind of like I can't really tie one. I'm not getting a DUI or crashing a car into a tree. And like I have no design on this person. I'm married, obviously, but she's our friend. I think she's sensitive to the fact that our house is crazy and full of kids. She just wants to go out and have a drink, and Alice has signed off on it. So we're gonna go, and it's very interesting because a couple of years ago, she got divorced, and we haven't really talked to her that much. She was always friends with Alice and I, and it's just gonna be interesting to me. It's almost like an interview. Like, what have you been up to? What do you do? Because this is a person who's a few years younger than me, I guess, and like what do you do? And it's not, once again, it's not nefarious, and there's nothing whatever. Alice will know exactly where I am, and I'm not in the have an affair business. I like, you know how I feel about that stuff. But I am interested in talking to somebody. I do. If I could have my choice about it, then Alice would come with us. But Alice is going to be watching the kids, and Alice isn't having a beer, isn't really drinking, and so. And Alice is also like just cold. And so anyway, I'll tell you tomorrow if I get any good insights. Well, tomorrow I'm in Maine. So, but if any good insights, I'll let you know about them. You don't have to know this person other than she's cool people. And I look forward to it. I look forward to the talk because we used to hang out with her. Not so much her husband. We used to hang out with her a lot a few years ago. And, things just happen with sometime after a while, you don't see people. And then her kids have their own, sports to do, and our kids have their own sports to do. And I'm just interested. I mean, I don't know if I've been out with another woman, I went once me and Alice, I went to a wedding of my ex-girlfriend's friend, in 2011, and me and my ex-girlfriend then had a drink at the Marriott bar, the Characters or Champions, whatever it's called, and that's where I saw the woman who used to work there in the 90s, and I felt bad for her, and I got emotional. But anyway, it's funny because that woman who was my ex then was like, just so you know, we're not going to do anything. It's like, shut up, dude. I'm so upgraded over to you with this young lady named Alice. Like, just shut up. God, like this whole thing was like, just so you know, we're not going to shut up. Ugh, God. Other than the fact that they're soft and like beautiful and sexy women, I have almost no use. I'm just almost done. I'm almost done. I'm like Billy with me. I'm done. I'm sick of these people. Okay. You ready for the first clam bake of the day? This is going to be And also, by the way, this Wegovy is putting a dent in my style, to say the least. And like, I am not, I can't do stuff like I can't do, yesterday I tried to get a buzz. And so after the show, last night I was just dragging. It was after Howie's singing, whatever. And I figured, okay, I'll just make a nice stiff cocktail here. And I'll get nice and warm for bed, because I was exhausted anyway. And I was like, I'm going right out, man. This is great. So like the idea was the drink would act like my Tylenol PM, and it would just tasted terrible. And like I'm having trouble with the idea of even like touching vodka again. It's like, ugh. So but I tried to, like, okay, I'll just make this one cocktail and I'll enjoy it, and then that'll give me a little bit of a buzz, and I'll go right to it. And I had the cocktail, and I was almost done with the cocktail, and then I couldn't drink any more at all of it. And I was like, I am absolutely done. I've hit a brick wall here. And then I brushed my teeth and then threw up. So there you go. That's my new life. So you hear about the Wegovy doing that. It's a harsh, you know what it is? It's a spouse that's really controlling. That's what it is. I can still try, like this afternoon, but I got to be quick about it and can't let it know. It's a spouse who's always assuming I'm up to something. And as soon as I start enjoying something, it's coming. It is running with a rolling pin coming after me. So I found one of the kids' tiny snacks of Cool Ranch Doritos, and I like took that into a corner, and I was like, oh no, this is just for the kids. I was telling my eyes so that the Wegovy in my brain would say, oh, that's just for the kids. I turned the corner and whacked that thing out in 11 seconds before I could do anything about it. So I'm trying to be my worst me, regardless. All right, ready for the first clam bake of the day? This guy, I almost like setting up a threesome. Oh, at least I can tell you one thing. If I set up a threesome with Alice and this lady, who's very attractive, I would be the most left out member of a threesome in the history of threesomes. Very quickly, I would be in charge of things that weren't the sex. No, I can't. I already have one person who knows of my deep sexual inadequacy and overall mediocre performance lifetime, and I'm married to that person. Nobody else can know the depth of this. Let them assume that something else has happened. No. Where in meanwhile I will be in Portland, Maine. We're having a kind of a meanwhile reception. We're getting there early to do a bunch of stuff, content stuff, and then we're having a reception. I'm not sure what that is exactly for. I kind of look forward to it. I got a hotel because I assumed that the reception's only an hour of open bar, but I assume since like the whole team's going to be meeting together that there'll probably be a couple of drinks afterwards. And hopefully I can hang out with everybody for a few hours without projectile vomiting, hopefully. So it's Portland. Yeah. I think I'm staying at the same hotel that everybody stayed at for the KMS show a couple of years ago. Paul, F you. That is terrible thing to say. Terrible thing to say. Oh my God. But once again, if I had been gay, if I had spent the last, especially my early 20s being gay, I would have been the most measured, satisfied person on the face of the earth. Instead, I just got rejected by everybody, like half of the women who lived in, no, not half of the women who lived in Beacon Hill, pretty much them all. Oh, I had so many clever scenarios too. Ugh. This one girl, she left her. I found her bank card in the ground, and I called her, or I got a hold of her on Facebook or whatever. No, this is before Facebook, so whatever it was. She had been a girl I was talking to at a bar at the Beacon Hill pub, and I thought, oh, this is great. Now I have her ID, and I'll get in touch with her. Somehow I got in touch with her, and she said, oh, do you mind dropping it off? So I dropped it off with a bottle of wine, like, to be extra charming. Oh, thanks. Oh, that's great. Thanks so much. We'll see you. Okay. Some men are made to be pickup artists, and some men are made to be alone. And so it quickly became I knew which one I was. Okay, this guy is a city councilor from Bangor. This ain't great, we'll say. This guy, he's got long hair, the Fu Manchu, like goatee thing, self-important. Seems like he probably taught gender studies at some kind of community college and spent his time trying to nail the mediocre chicks in the class. But now you get to enjoy him. This dude is, imagine this, this guy is elected, which is just remarkable. Remarkable to me. What are these? Al sent me a couple of things on Twitter here. Retry. Oh, it must be erased. Okay, I hope you're ready. This is Bangor City Council, this clam bake. Listen to this guy.
This is a criminal organization, but I don't expect our rapist, pedophile, fascist president to take any consideration to this whatsoever. So I will proudly vote in favor of this ordinance.
Hear that?
The thing that's really deplorable to me, that makes this incredibly horrifying, I'm glad you're here, by the way. There are now 23 concentration camps that ICE has where they put people into these concentration camps. Sometimes we don't even know where they end up. They will split up their family members. But this is the part that really gets me. Some of those children that go to those concentration camps, somehow these adolescent girls get pregnant all of a sudden. And then those pregnant adolescent girls, for some odd reason, when they get pregnant in these ICE concentration camps, they all then get moved to a single concentration camp where they allocate all of these now little girls that came into these ICE concentration camps not pregnant, now they are pregnant. That's a big issue for me. I take a huge issue with that. This is a criminal organization, but I don't expect our rapist, pedophile, fascist president to...
Can you imagine this clam bake is like on your city council? Like he's talking like this rapist, fascist president who can't, but he's an insane psychopath. And he's spending his time talking about this and ICE and saying rapist, fascist. Meanwhile, of course, he's the freaking fascist, obviously. Give him a little bit of power and see what he does with it. Freaking amazing clam bake. There was a time when guys like this would have gone through a gauntlet of beatings in the 70s and 80s and would never have the balls to be like this.
Take any consideration to this whatsoever. So I will proudly vote in favor of this ordinance. You don't have point of orders here. It's the council who does.
You don't have point of orders here. You understand? I'm doing something important. I'm saving the world, man.
We'll figure it out. There you go. Is that funny? You work for us.
Point of order, Madam Chair. Point of order, Madam Chair.
Galley is being unruly.
Galley's being unruly.
Can't control.
Yes, sir.
He's doing hand gestures at them, like whatever that means.
And they're political.
This guy's just an unhinged dickhead. It's like amazing.
It's crazy. Can we call everything back to order?
Okay, if we could come back to order, we're going to proceed to the next item.
That was nuts.
An interesting night at the city council. And Joseph Leonard, of course.
Joseph Leonard's the guy. This is our guy, Joe, our reporter.
Casually closed it out.
I do want to point out that we are one of the few states that uses ranked choice voting. And I did see some discussion being had regarding the use of ranked choice voting. And one word that kept coming up was scam. I really want to encourage caution when people accuse our election system as a scam. It just causes a lot of unnecessary division. Thank you. Our rapist, pedophile, fascist president, our rapist...
There's the guy. There's the clam bake we're talking about. Are we surprised? No. We're not surprised. Okay. Let me see. This is, here's another total clam bake. This is the James Tallarico, who talks to the trans queer activists from RNC Research.
Yeah, and that's, I always think of myself as a Christian who hates Christianity, right? And like I always get drawn back into it.
You heard that, right? Christian who hates Christianity. Yeah, you're a lot of things that you don't say you are, and a lot of things that you say you are. It's freaking amazing. Let's see. There's a CNN, old on Earth CNN story about the reflecting pool. This is during Obama. Listen to this bad news. It says a parasite has killed about 80 ducks living in the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool. Uh-oh.
We have shocked the water with chlorine to try and kill any of the parasites and the bacteria.
First time it's been drained. In 2012, algae kept forming after renovations, forcing officials to drain the pool before. In other words, this whole thing is just nonsense. It's always been just fine, but in the era of Trump, then it's the worst thing in the world. Oh my God, help me. Ugh. I wish they just burn the thing down. To be frank. By the way, what's his name? Charlie Sykes. Is it Charlie Sykes? I think it is. On the 5 has a great point about this. I always like this guy. I wish he'd get a main gig.
Do you think all black people hate the 4th of July?
No, they love it. And she says she celebrates Juneteenth. That's her real 4th of July. I don't even believe that, okay? I celebrate Juneteenth. I was off on Juneteenth, okay? She worked on Juneteenth. So I don't even buy it. On the reflecting pool, Trump said that they have evidence of someone slicing and dicing the bottom of the pool, and that evidence will be shown in court. And that we have made 5 arrests, 5 individuals are under investigation, and I'm waiting to see the video evidence of it. Or they botched the redo. Okay, either way, this is all you got on this guy? You guys couldn't even build a charging station.
That's true.
Obama's library, have you seen that? It's like 20 years, $1 billion later, and they stiffed the black contractors, and it looks like garbage, Jessica. And oh my God, liberals would never vandalize public works. Did you see BLM, the statues, the graffiti? Yeah. Go to Skid Row.
Charlie Hurt, maybe, but I'll suggest he's doing a good part.
I mean, you guys are disgusting. You guys make a job out of destroying cities. Look at Penn Station. It's a horrible place to be.
I do like Jesse Waters, especially because he's not afraid. He's in on the joke. He's not afraid to make fun of himself. Let's see. Oh, Charlemagne the God is on The View today. This is great, too. This is great. Oh, I feel like we missed in the main wire. We missed the main thing that I should have been talking about tonight that I can't believe I missed. But I'll talk about with you in a minute after we go to The View.
Why do you think Republicans are finally speaking out on something regarding Trump? And 2, is he setting Vance up, you think, to take the fall? What's going on here?
Man, sometimes all of this feels like a big psyop. Like they all got into a room and they said, hey, let's do some wrestling around this Iran situation. And the reason I say that is because, until you hear what Israel has to say, it does not matter. And that's just the truth to me. America is not in control of this situation, and I don't feel like they ever have been. Whenever they do come to some type of peace agreement, Israel comes and says, no, that's not what we want.
Yeah, but Trump keeps telling us that Netanyahu does exactly what he wants.
Nah, it don't seem like that. It seems like, it seems like Trump is Netanyahu's puppet. So, the conversation should be Israel, Iran, and America. And until Israel and Iran come to an agreement, I don't think that there's going to be an agreement.
Fascinating. So I love listening to you guys. It's so much fun. And you've become like must-watch TV, radio for Democratic candidates.
Okay. So, isn't it great how, and you heard some people in the crowd actually were like, when you're saying Israel, this is like craziness to have the Jews pulling the strings and all the things now and to have it be so mainstream is no bueno. I was listening to the commentary podcast today, and I forgot who the guest was, but he said, like, oh, yeah, Europe's already just pretty much fallen. So for Jews, he's talking about, like, all that stuff, all this last 80 years of Holocaust footage and everything, and now it's just gone. That's it. Now concentration camps are ICE facilities, and the real concentration camps maybe didn't happen, I guess, according to Mehdi Hassan and every other Democrat. Holy frig. Here's the Graham Plattner thing that I should have started the Main Wire show with, but I totally forgot, so let's do it right here in the burn barrel. It's great.
Part of that, as many of you know, is that I firmly believe in a universal health care system. I believe in it because I have, in many ways, received it with my VA benefits. But I will also say that many of my female friends and my wife, throughout their lives, have received some form of that same kind of support from Planned Parenthood. I have friends who even today get primary care through Planned Parenthood. I myself, at a younger age, received I got STI checks at the Portland Planned Parenthood, and it's not an embarrassing thing; it's a smart thing to do, especially when you're younger.
So, in other words, he's getting, which I appreciate his honesty. He's getting STD checks. STI is, sexually transmitted infections. It's an STD. Why was he getting STD checks at Planned Parenthood? Weird place to go. Regardless, if he was younger, unless he noticed something, unless he thought he had something, then maybe had something. And more than once, when I was 20 and then 1, I was dating my girl from Malden, who I said, like before, had been with probably 10 to 17,000 fellows before me. I assume 10 to 70,000 since me. And I noticed something that I didn't like, a physical rash of sorts. And so I was very nervous, and I went to the place in summer. My doctor was in Somerville, who actually then later made the news big about 10 years later, because he was an early onset trans person, which I didn't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. You don't care. But anyway, and the doctor said, this one was the woman said, okay, this looks like it's something you get from whatever. It wasn't crabs or anything. It was some kind of rash that's very common. They had all known it. The second person came in and said, oh yeah, it's just topical cream, whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't mean to say this to bother him. The funny thing was is that the woman, this doctor, then sat down with me and said, Tom, I want to talk to you about something. Have you shared this with your partner? This is Susan of Malden. Have you shared it with your partner, who I'd been with for like a year or so? And I said, well, I assume my partner gave it to me. She said, Tom, are you sure? Have you been practicing infidelity? Jesus, if I said her name to you, Doc, you'd probably be able to find 1 degree of separation between me and everybody else who's got this rash in town. But anyway, so that's it. So like, I thought I was young. I thought I had something, and I had something. Of course, this was like right before the internet broke. So we had a big book of like how to self-diagnose, and I was sure it was herpes. It was not, thankfully. But anyway, come on. Like, this guy, okay, what can he do now? Wasted, Nazi, manhandles women, yells at them for getting raped if they're drunk, gets married but is still cheating and texting, and then goes on the Kick app for even younger people and has STDs. Like, what is it about this guy? Like, can he do anything more horrible to make women like love him? It's like, I just found it amazing. But he came out with it, and we wrote it up in the Main Wire. Well, fine. It's funny. What's he going to say next? And the good thing about this story is it's not. Good thing about this story is it's not like some Republican woman is accusing him of anything. This is his own whistleblowing on himself. But he is a special one. I'm for. You guys want him? Take him. Along the lines of these lefties and how they act, Victor Davis Hanson was on with Laura Ingraham, talking about the fact that they'll accept anything now because of Trump. They're allowed to accept anything. And VDH has all good commentary on this. I got to interview him.
Victor, first of all, I've missed you. It's great to see you. I've been off for a week. And I was like, so many times I wanted to call you and say, Victor, of course the Obamas are complaining about how difficult life was in the White House. But how does the country survive when one party seems to increasingly despise the country?
Well, we're already seeing that we're separating into red and blue states, and the blue model doesn't work. So it's something to worry about. But generally, the left has been teaching for 60 years that the sins of mankind that are innate to human nature, sexism, racism, slavery, they're only in the West in general, in America in particular. It's just not true. It's only in the West and in America especially where the status of women or tolerance for racial minorities or homosexuals has really come to fruition. That doesn't exist in China. It doesn't exist in parts of Africa or parts of Asia. And the West was the one area of the world that abolished slavery. But in their way of thinking, as long as you can show that we're in a perennial, constant, insidious state of oppression, then they come and pose as the cure-all, which is a quality of results. So they always have to be angry to change the nature of America. And they never want to admit that free market capitalism makes our poor much better off than the middle class or the rich in most of the other countries in the world. The data shows that. But it's only a pathway, a trajectory to power. When Obama was president, you remember, Laura, there was no difference between Republicans and Democrats as far as expressed love of the United States. For a brief moment, they equated Obama with America, and therefore they liked America Obama. But the Republicans didn't really matter who was president. They always had a transcendent love of America, regardless of which president was in. That wasn't true of the Democrats.
I think it's great. He's so right and he's so great. I want to get to him. We had talked about just looking at Bangor, they made a pride sidewalk, and so people drive over it because it's on the road. And first they kept having all the city workers just repaint it, and it started to look bad for them because there's other stuff to spend money on. So now they've embraced the tire tracks, and they're selling like T-shirts with the tire tracks. Like, see, we're resilient. It doesn't matter. The guy Mays, since we're talking about all the COVID crap that we went through, put together this great montage.
President Trump wrote on Twitter
of the COVID stuff.
Don't be afraid of COVID. Don't let it dominate your life. Don't let it dominate your life?
In terms of responding to a comment like that, it's gross.
It's okay to be afraid of COVID, and it's okay that it's dominating your life.
Freaking, you hear that? Here's your newsman who's a freaking panicking bitch who's telling you, be afraid of it. Be afraid of it. Oh.
One should be afraid of COVID.
You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free.
I can't come in, Mom. It's because of this flu thing.
We won't be free.
It's not because of the flu thing. The COVID kept nobody inside. It's elected leaders who did everything bad.
Of this pandemic until we listen to the acknowledged truth. Listen to the scientists.
Science is truth. Science is truth.
What is the impact to public health when people are openly questioning the science?
Now is the time to do what you're told.
By not hearing the truth, by not listening to the scientists, they are prolonging how bad the economy will be.
When I see somebody out in the world who's not wearing a mask, I instantly think you are a threat, or you are selfish, or you are a COVID denier, and you definitely haven't been vaccinated.
Either wear a mask or get the fuck out.
What does this have? Are you vaccinated?
I am triple vaccinated.
So why are you wearing the mask?
Seek out the scientists and listen to their advice.
Listen to scientists. Listen to the scientists.
Trust the experts.
We're going to trust science.
I forgot about this video. It shows the kid crying when they're putting it on like a 3-year-old of the mask.
We're going to trust the experts. Parents who say, well, I need to do my own research. Makes you think of that cartoon I saw of the tombstone that said, I did my own research.
What a freak. That Francis Collins, a psycho.
Republicans have given their voters license to believe whatever they want to believe.
Heard somebody saying, listen to the scientists. Do that.
Let's listen to the scientists.
You friggin' disgusting people. It shows old people touching like their kids through the glass. Friggin' disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, God. The fact that nobody's going to jail over this is freaking amazing. All right, I've got to be driving to my date. 6:25. That's 10 minutes. So let's do the chat. Sorry about that. I'm sorry to cut it short. It's not even that it's that short, I think, but that's where we've got to be. What is this? Okay, here we go. Kids are complaining. They're like, well, I said, what do you want for dinner? Like, I don't know, pineapple. I'm like, no, dinner. Like, I don't know. Pizza, we always have that. Pasta, we always have that. Like, do you want chicken? We always have that. I'm like, okay, why don't we do a fun hot dog night? We always have it like every 6 nights. Like, what the fuck? I don't remember a never-ending menu when I was growing up. And I think for a while, me and my brother lived with my dad because my parents were divorced. I believe hot dog night was every other night. We went hot dog night, spaghetti night, hot dog night, spaghetti night, hot dog night, spaghetti night. And then mostly you were on your own night. Freaking, ugh.
Hi, Steve from Merrimack.
Hey, Steve.
I want to thank Tom for the quote of the day, which some of you might have missed, but describing his arduous 4-hour air shift on the Howie Carr show as, quote, 4 hours of thinking, unquote. Come on. Listen, pal. I heard the whole show, and I've been listening to Howie Carr for 34 years. You got into the segment early on about James Tallarico, and then for some reason that spun into your gay friend Jared from the hotel days.
Yeah.
And you proceeded to go on a little bit of a tangent about how understanding you were about gay Jared's plight.
Yes.
And you encouraged Jared to come out.
Yeah.
And all of this stuff. Pal, all I was imagining was the 65-year-old listeners all over New England turning off the Howie Carr show because of that friggin', exploration. Jesus Christ. And then you finally got it back to Talafrico. Oh, and by the way, you again mentioned gay Jared without distinguishing him from Jared, the heterosexual producer of the Howie Carr show.
Oh, yeah.
It was magnificent. You're like one of Murrow's boys. One of the real thinker.
The Jared story is a great story. I'm sorry, I can only talk about stuff that I'm interested in. What am I going to say? He was a gay, and I love Jared. He's a great guy. How he worked with gay guys at the show. I can tell you one thing, that if Alice Shattuck had been hosting, there would not be such friendly talk about our LGBTQIA friends. Definitely.
Hey, Billy from Manchester.
Hey, Billy.
It's not really the guest's fault anymore. It's Fatso's fault. He just makes them. He makes me want to just hate all the guests he has on, particularly on that all you can mail in podcast. So let me get this straight. We're supposed to go visit this hotel, which we don't know the name.
Yeah.
Could be a Hilton hotel. Could be a Marriott hotel chain. It's near the airport. It's a boutique. It's 50 yards from this monument. It's on the bridge to get to Kentucky, but we don't know the name of it. We're supposed to guess what name of this boutique hotel is. I mean, I hate this show. I hate you. 38 seconds.
Come on, Billy. That was I've gotten lots of feedback today that everybody loves Allison. It's a great, it was a great episode. Thank you.
Hey, Tom. John and Greenwood here.
Hey, John.
I wanted to offer a take on the Iran situation that you and Howie haven't really mentioned yet. I heard him talking about it a little bit today.
Yeah.
But, Trump bailed under these pretty onerous terms with Iran. But life is better for us after. Like the gas is down, the oil is down, we aren't in a forever war, etc. And the money is obnoxious that's going to Iran, but it's not ours. At least it's coming from the Gulf states, so that's one thing. But, why would he agree to those terms when he did? And it was right after he got really pissed off on the phone with Bibi Netanyahu.
Yeah.
And I think, he did it when the only person the war was really good for anymore was Bibi Netanyahu. And I think Trump was persuaded by Bibi to do stuff he didn't need to do. And that's what it looks like to me. All right. Talk to you later.
There's no doubt that Bibi wanted to do this. He's wanted to do this forever, and I don't blame him. I don't blame Israel for wanting to take these guys down a notch. but also I think that he had a hot hand after Venezuela, and we had pounded the crap out of Iran. I'm like, oh yeah, it's on now, and I still believe like we're this close. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm there with you.
Okay, let me get this right now. I have to think. I have to drive.
Yes.
I spend 30 minutes of a 40-minute podcast playing clips.
Well, yes.
And the other 10 minutes, I bitch about how tough my life is. Maybe you should join the coal miners union. Those guys have it easy.
How dare you? How dare you? I am, you have no idea the struggle I have, okay? Mein Kampf is real, okay? It's a long hike down there. I am thinking for 4 hours. Maybe it's not always that easy to tell, but I assure you there is what is considered technically, is it neurons? Neurons are firing, okay? Gears are moving, all right? A lot of important stuff is happening.
Hi, Steve from Merrimack.
Hey, Steve.
Tom, try as you might. Clam bake is not a thing.
Yeah, Steve, it's going to take.
Okay?
It's going to
sent you the urban.
It's going to take. I think I'm making it a thing, the same way I'm making Gype a thing, although that one I Gyped from a friend.
Dictionary definition of it. And if anything, it has to do with female homosexuals.
Really?
Clam bake, okay?
Oh.
As opposed to the male homosexual sausage party.
Yes.
The more you say clam bake, the more I resist. And I think a lot of the listeners are behind me. And you used it on Howie's show yesterday, too. That was...
Yes.
I'm sure everybody was like scratching their heads like, what the hell is he talking about?
It's going to...
Why is it... anyway, it's
going to take...
It's exhausting. Thank you.
It's going to take, Steve. What's the song? So fresh. What's the song from High School Musical? Anson! Come here for a second. Come on up. Run up. There's, It's So Fresh. Is it so fresh? Anson, in High School Musical, my name is Karen. What is the thing that the girl tries to make a word? Sally's character tried to make a word. It's so fresh. Fetch. Okay, what are you eating? Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Fetch. There you go. That's what it is. Fetch. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make fetch work. Fetch is gonna be a thing. Clam bake's gonna be a thing. Believe me. How dare you? How dare you? All right, it was my date texting me. What is the mung? Tom had the mung. What is the mung? Is that a venereal disease? Hey John, yes, it's working for me. Yeah, of course, John. Yeah, Alice's picture is a still picture. So in case you're thinking it's not, just saying, hey, BBP. Just leaving a chat. Okay. Can't stay. Just leave a chat. Oh, thanks for John for leaving that. I appreciate that. Tom had what is the mung? Tom asking your children what they want and just make food. Yeah, sometimes that's the way. All right, guys, I got a big date. I can't wait to tell you about it. Oh, this is great. This is actually a date where I have something to say. Jeez. My second date in really 40 years. How exciting is this? I will report back tomorrow. I cannot wait. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being great. I will do you proud on my date tonight. If you're in the greater Georgetown area, pop in. You'll see the lady with the corsage. It's from me. And, I'm back at it. The Single Life by Tom Shattuck. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. You're awesome. See you later.
C'est la vie.